Squad. Today we're gonna do a tutorial on putty. So we're gonna make this dude look like this dude, and I'm actually sending this off to a friend. So I want to paint him up, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. This is how I do it. You don't have to do it this way. There's tons of people out there that do weathering a lot different. I've been doing weathering on props and toys and everything for about 5-6 years now. So this is just the way that I do it. I guess I'm somewhat known for weathering and like just beating the hell out of my stuff and making it look crazy but yet still nice. So that's what I do. I also do clean paint jobs. It brings the character out so much more. Like there's hidden details in a lot of the toys that we get, even cheaper stuff, and you can bring it out with just a little bit of paint and a little bit of wash. So yeah, so this is a how-to on how I do the black wash, weathering, and all that jazz, and I'll bring you guys along with me. So pretty simple right off the bat. Obviously we're going for this look with this dude, and the things that I'm going to use, I actually did not even seal him yet. So the things that we're going to use, this is going to be a sealer at the end. So it's a matte varnish, Hobby Lobby. I've had this thing for probably like a year. It lasts forever. It doesn't strip the paint or anything like that. So if you ever do use any type of enamels and stuff like that, then you could use that. The acrylic wash from Creative Effects, which is from Testers. Oh, here we go. How about we show it to the camera? So obviously you want to shake this stuff up really well before you use it, and that we're gonna put on second. I just like to do, I know some people actually, they will do like their clear coat and then they'll weather it. I do my weathering first in case I have to use any alcohol or anything like that. So first I'm going to use this cheap, super cheap paint because it's really thin, and you don't even have to water this stuff down. Like this stuff you don't have to water down either. Now if you ever have to water down blacks, like if you have like this is a flat black from Model Masters, this really needs to be watered down. So for that, for watering stuff down, you could use water, or I like to use this. And then if you're doing it with your Tamiyas and stuff, there's also, yeah, if you're using Tamiya, because Tamiya is a alcohol base, it's like this. We're gonna use this on the eyes, which I'm not gonna have to water it down. It's just gonna be a little dot of paint. So if you're using it for Tamiya, this is Tamiya acrylic paint thinner. So this is like almost like a rubbing alcohol. I think it's rubbing alcohol diluted. So this is thinner for the Tamiya stuff, and I just buy the same brand because it just happens to be at the same place where I buy my Tamiya, which is at a hobby store. So you don't need any of that for this unless you have a thicker paint. It's up to you on what you want the consistency to be. I'm shooting this all with my phone, guys, so if it's not great, I'm sorry. I apologize ahead of time. So all we're really going to need is this, this, and this when we get to the eyes. As you guys see, I did like a gloss, like a shine, and this is clear. This is the clear acrylic that gives it that shine, that gloss. Anyway, let's jump into this. Let's pop this dude apart. This is just a quick, easy way to do it. This is not a full out, because how many of us really have time for all that? But you could take everything apart if you wanted to, like crack the torso, do all that, but I don't think you have to do it. I almost went ahead and repainted this gray when I first got it, but I decided to see what the wash looked like first, so I don't do all that. And so you're gonna have some issues in the joints possibly of rub and stuff like that, but we can keep trying to hit that with the wash. To me, it doesn't matter because I'm only gonna have them on the shelf standing like that, or however I have them standing. So you might have a little bit of issues, but we're just doing a wash. We're not doing a full repaint or anything like that. So I'll do a little bit of this on my palette. Got a lot going on in this palette. Actually isn't my favorite brush for washing. And the brushes I have, I actually pick up from, I just wipe them off on paper towels and stuff like that. The brushes that I have, I usually get from Hobby Lobby. And this one's actually in the kids section. It's not usually purple. I use it to mix stuff. But I usually get these from Hobby Lobby. Actually a brand new one would look like this. You don't have to use that. You can use whatever you want. You go to Walmart, wherever. Just the ones that I prefer. But you don't have to do anything I do. So I want to open this up first and kind of get inside of there. Now I do the black wash, and then I also do a dry brush later on. And I do not use a rag or anything like that. I will in some parts that I can't reach, but usually I just use my thumb. A lot of people will use a rag, a sock, a cloth, whatever they desire. Now by the end of this, my hands will be all black, but so far we already have that going on. And it just depends on how dark you want your stuff. I know a lot of people like to do a lighter wash, lighter weathering. And for the boots, you don't have to get them all the way blacked out. Just want to hit the details that it has. Now later on, we'll do like a dry brush and kind of give it some of that kind of look. Actually, we can do it right now, I guess. When I first started this, people didn't want to give tips or how-tos or tutorials or anything like that, so super appreciative that people are actually asking, because I don't think I'm the best by any means at doing any of this, but I'll definitely share the way that I do it. And remember, it's paint, so if something happens that you don't like, you can wash it off. It's acrylic. Usually, or rubbing alcohol if it's too much on there, if it sticks too good. I want to kind of spin the boot too, just in case, depending on how you want to pose them. Alright, well, I'm going to stop talking and then we'll do fast forward through all this. Alright, so here we are. We got this leg. I did a wash on it and dry brushed a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do this leg, and then I will bring you guys back along for this. Okay, so the other leg is done. And I tried hitting this as best as I could. I still don't like the way it turned out. So you can keep hitting stuff however you want. I really like how this side turned out better than this side. But it just could be different mold and stuff like that. So let's let that sit there for a minute, see if we can get that kind of same shadowing that we got over here. Alright, moving up to around the belt. The belt is like a free moving rubberish belt. I'm going to hit that first. And for anyone who's watching this, who's a customizer, and they're like, that's not how you do it, you don't have to comment. I don't need to hear it. Sorry. I don't need it. So you definitely just don't want to get into the mold like how I just did. But it happened. So yeah, I couldn't get that to fill in there exactly how I wanted it to, like how I did on the other side. Not sure why. I know we're supposed to be moving on to the belt, but it's bothering me. So yes, I know a lot of people just tune in just to talk crap and to see how I do things. It's not necessary. I'm not doing these videos for you. If you already know how you do it, then you should do it that way. I said everyone's comfortable doing it their own way. Everybody has techniques. We all have the same tools. So we're all chefs, right? We all get the same ingredients. But we just do it differently. We present our thing different. I'm gonna do a little bit lighter on the inside because the inside of the arm wouldn't be as dark as the outside if you're in battle and stuff. What the hell do I know? I've never been in battle, but I'm just assuming. So we got the arms done, and inside the elbows. Should just keep re-hitting those because those tend to come off here and there. I finished up the chest, just did like the dry brush on it. So from here, we're gonna do the arms. And when I say arms, I mean hands. Jeez, Louise. So these don't have much articulation, but they are like a rubbery, that rubbery type material that we've been getting with the Lightning Collection, which is kind of cool. For me, I like it a lot. So I'm going to hit this really hard because there's big, huge details in this. And for this one, I'm going to use a paper towel. Actually get a little bit wet. You guys thinking I'm crazy, but this is the way that I get the best results. Just look at the difference already in the two. There's still some spots that I see need more, so I'm going to keep hitting those spots. Alright, so we got the hands ready to go, all black washed. So the hands are done, all we got left is the head. Try to show you guys as much as I can with the phone, and the head's pretty small, so. I'm going to leave around the eyes kind of with the light gray because I want to do those in red first before I then, because I like to make that a little bit darker around the eyes. So I'm going to bust out our Tamiya Gloss Red, Clear Red X27. You can use spotter brushes also. they're more for like eyeballs and stuff. This one's 18/0. With us going, we're going to be going over and doing black around the edges of the eyes, so I really wanted to get it into the corners, so doing that I kind of got some on there, but we're going to cover that up with the black anyway. It's really hard for me to show you guys and do it at the same time. I'm really sorry. I don't have the best setup for this. Alright, so we got it around the eye. That might help. Yeah, it's gonna look more sinister. Alright, so we'll have him go hang out over here. And now finally we can start the weathering process. Alright, here's our stuff for weathering. Create effects. Testers. Acrylic wash. You can find this on Amazon. By side and what the difference is with and without the wash. You probably can't tell, but there is a big difference to me. So we'll start again with the boots. And this is really watered down, so you don't have to water it down. No putties were harmed in the process of this video. Maybe a little bit. Alright, he's looking pretty fresh. I just gotta do the head, and the head's dry by now. That red is an alcohol base, so it dries very quickly. Let's pop the head back on. Arms, hands, not arms, hands. Yeah, it looks super filthy. Okay, now time for the sealer. A little bit of sealer action. Now this is the easiest part for me. I want to get a new palette because this one looks like garbage. Hey, thanks Star Wars. Hasbro's helping us out all around. I'm gonna leave the eyes alone because those are already like a gloss. And this is a matte, like sealer, a matte sealer. So you use a satin or a matte, whatever you think. And you guys can get the cheap stuff at Walmart. I've used that before. Matter of fact, I prefer that one for my gloss. And it looks shiny now, like while I'm putting it on. But it's really not. Like, you don't want it to look like super wet or anything, but you do want the black to kind of pop and match. Guys, what is up? I did get this done last night, but I'm finishing this up today. It is Monday. I will have this video out today. I was gonna have it out Saturday for you, but dude is done, looking all flossy. I'm gonna take some pics of him and I'll have him up after this. So this is just my way of doing it. The sealer's done on him. Like I said, I use the matte sealer, this stuff right here, matte varnish. So, and that's just what I use. You can use whatever you want. If other people use other things and you like the way that they do it that way. I was just doing this because you guys asked me to do a tutorial. Well, I asked if anyone wanted a tutorial, then I got messages on, do a tutorial, dude. So I did the tutorial, I did the damn thing. So here he is. Yeah, so with this, we had a lot of texture, a lot of things, so he could get a full out weather, get crazy with it, black wash him, then do the weathering, and then dry brush. Like, you could do so much to this because, you know, they're putties, they're made out of clay, they're dirty as hell, and, you know, you can make them look crazy and kind of, you know, if you can see the gloss in that red eye, that's like my favorite part. Yeah, there it is. You can see that glossiness. It's so cool. So, alright guys, thank you. Thanks for watching. Be kind to one another. And here's some pictures, and I'll do a little video, a little spinny thing. So, peace!